Hello everyone. Styrofoam looks light and fragile. Most people treat it as packaging waste and throw it away. However, something unusual happens when super glue touches this material. Watch closely as a drop of super glue falls onto the foam. The surface immediately begins collapsing. The foam melts and shrinks into a thick plastic compound. Within seconds, it becomes dense and sticky. Today, several practical uses of this reaction will be demonstrated. Begin with a simple problem often found at home. A plastic tray holds water, but a small crack appears along the bottom. Slowly, water begins leaking through the damaged area. A crack like this usually means the tray gets thrown away. However, a small piece of styrofoam may solve the problem quickly. Cut a small piece of foam and place it directly over the crack. Now apply a few drops of super glue onto the foam. The glue begins dissolving the foam instantly. The foam melts and forms a thick plastic layer that spreads across the damaged area. Use a utility knife to gently flatten the surface and press the compound deeper into the crack. The reaction between super glue and foam creates a dense plastic structure that grips tightly to the tray surface. Once the repair becomes solid, fill the tray with water again. Lift it slowly and observe carefully. The crack no longer leaks. The water remains contained inside the tray. The next experiment demonstrates how the same reaction can create a strong structural joint. Prepare 2 PVC pipes and cut their ends at matching angles so the pieces meet together, forming a V-shaped connection. Normally, joining 2 angled pipes requires special fittings or adhesives. However, the foam compound can form a solid joint. Cut several small pieces of styrofoam and place them into the joint between the 2 pipe ends. Add super glue slowly so the foam begins dissolving. The melted foam spreads through the joint and fills the gap between both surfaces. I know many of you have great ideas and smart tricks, so drop them in the comments so everyone can learn from you. Rotate the pipes carefully and repeat the same process along each side of the joint. Gradually, the compound builds a thick plastic bridge around the connection. After the glue cures, allow the joint to rest for a moment. Then, use sandpaper to smooth the surface around the connection. Sanding removes rough edges and shapes the repair so the joint appears uniform. Now test the strength by tapping the pipes against the table. The connection remains solid. Even stronger force applied with a hammer fails to break the joint. The foam compound acts as a strong bonding material that holds the pipes firmly together. Another common problem appears in household plumbing. A water pump pipe develops a small hole and water sprays outward. Before repairing the pipe, shut off the water supply so the damaged area becomes dry and stable. Use sandpaper to clean the surface around the hole. This preparation step removes dirt and rough edges so the repair compound bonds securely. Cut a small piece of styrofoam and press it over the hole. Apply super glue onto the foam and allow it to dissolve and flow into the damaged opening. The melted foam fills the hole and seals the leak. Spread the compound evenly using the knife so the surface becomes flat and fully covered. To strengthen the repair, create a reinforcement sleeve from a small PVC pipe. Cut the pipe lengthwise so it opens into a curved strip shaped like the original pipe wall. Place a few foam pieces inside the curved strip and add super glue so the foam dissolves and fills the reinforcement piece. This creates a strong plastic layer inside the sleeve. Return to the pipe repair and sand the hardened foam patch slightly so the reinforcement sleeve fits tightly around the pipe surface. Press the curved PVC strip firmly over the repaired hole and allow the compound inside to bond everything together. After a short curing time, open the water valve again. Water flows through the pipe normally, and the repaired area remains completely sealed without any leaks. The foam compound already shows impressive strength. However, the mixture can be upgraded further using another solvent. Prepare a glass container and pour acetone inside. Slowly add pieces of styrofoam into the liquid. The foam collapses immediately and dissolves into a thick, sticky plastic solution. Continue adding foam until the mixture becomes dense and smooth. This acetone foam compound works as a powerful adhesive and sealant. Test the bonding strength using 2 aluminum pieces. Brush the compound across the metal surface and press the second piece firmly against it. The plastic mixture spreads thinly between the metal sheets and begins hardening as the solvent evaporates. Allow the metal pieces to rest while another repair begins. Take a plastic part with a visible crack running across the surface. Cover the outside of the crack with aluminum tape so the tape forms a temporary backing. Flip the piece over and apply the acetone foam mixture across the crack from the inside. Spread the compound evenly so it penetrates into the damaged seam. Small household repairs often require expensive products. However, many solutions already exist in common materials found around the home. The same compound can also repair roofing materials. Climb onto a fiber cement roof sheet where a small hole allows water to pass through. Sand the surface around the hole to remove dust and loose debris. Brush a layer of the foam compound over the damaged section and place a thin piece of fabric taken from the inner layer of a 3-layer face mask onto the wet compound. Apply another layer of the mixture over the fabric so it becomes embedded inside the repair. Now check the earlier aluminum test pieces. Try pulling them apart by hand. The metal sheets remain firmly bonded together. Even striking the joint against the table fails to separate them. The plastic compound created from dissolved foam forms a surprisingly strong adhesive layer. Return to the cracked plastic piece and remove the aluminum tape from the outer side. Inspect the repair closely. The compound has filled the crack completely and bonded the material from the inside. Tapping the plastic against the table shows the repaired area remains stable and solid. Finally, inspect the roof repair. The fabric reinforcement combined with the foam compound forms a flexible waterproof layer capable of sealing the damaged material. Experimenting with simple reactions can reveal new uses for everyday items that would otherwise become waste. If this demonstration inspired you, try testing these methods with damaged objects in your own workshop. Share your results in the comments so others can learn from your experience. Creative repair ideas like these not only save money, but also turn discarded materials into practical tools for everyday life.